Dear children, in the last modules, we had learned about the different types of sex determination which is seen in grasshoppers, in mammals, in birds. Today we are going to see an interesting type of sex determination which is seen in honeybees. What all comes into your mind when you think of a honeybee? The first thing is they give the most sweetest honey, isn't it? But when we go into a deeper level, what I will say is that they are the best hard workers. And their hard work is seen in the piece of architecture that is their honeycomb, which is a piece of work done with greatest precision. And that work of obtaining honey along with their honeycomb is just because of their teamwork. We know there are three different types of honeybees. Can you mention them? They are the worker bees, the queen, and the drones. And all these three together, they work in such a true team spirit that gives us the sweetest honey and also which involves the greatest precision, that is the honeycomb. Now let's look into how sex is determined in honeybees. The type of sex determination in honeybees is called as a haplodiploid. What does the word indicate? Haploid, diploid. The combination of the two words haploid and diploid. What does haploid and diploid means? We know diploid means it is represented by 2N. That means two sets of chromosomes. And N represents a single set of chromosome. So haploid and diploid mechanism is seen in this type of sex determination. How? It is because the females are diploid and the males are haploid. Interesting. Isn't it amazing to have two different diploidy levels within the same honeybees with different sexes? Let's learn how it is obtained. It is because the female is obtained as a result of fertilization and the male is obtained without fertilization. Fertilization, we know it's a fusion of the male and female gamete. Whereas without fertilization, which gamete develops? It's the female gamete. That is, the egg does not undergo fertilization. So here sex is determined whether the egg is undergoing fertilization or not, rather than the presence or absence of a sex chromosome, which we learned in the last modules in the other types of sex determinations. Whereas here, it is based on whether the egg is undergoing fertilization or not. If it is undergoing fertilization, it results in a female. And if the egg does not undergo fertilization, it results in a haploid male. So here, the males are haploid and the females are diploid. And the number of chromosomes in a honeybee is 32. So the diploid or in the females, the number of chromosomes is 32. Whereas in males, it is haploid. So what will be the number of chromosomes? It will be 16 in the case of males, and the case of females, which is diploid, it will be 32. So let's see how it is obtained. The female, which is diploid with 32 number of chromosomes, it undergoes meiosis. What is meiosis? Reductional division, in which the number of chromosomes reduces from 32 to 16. So the eggs produced is haploid and the parent is diploid. So the X is having half the number of chromosomes, that is 16. That means it is haploid. It's haploid. Its ploidy level is haploid. And some of these eggs, it develops into males without fertilization. That means that unfertilized egg has developed into a male, and this we have learned in chapter 1, reproduction in organisms. And what is that type of development in which the unfertilized egg develops into an organism? That's called as, yes, you know it, it starts with P, it's called as parthenogenesis. So parthenogenesis is the development of an organism from an unfertilized egg, which is seen in honeybees, that we had studied in the first chapter. And here the unfertilized eggs, what does the process? It is called as parthenogenesis. development without fertilization. So the ploidy level of the egg is N. So what will be the organism? It will also be N. And we've studied that haploid is nothing but a male. So a male is having half the number of chromosomes, that is 16 number of chromosomes. And this male, let's take, the male is N, that means it is having 16 chromosomes. Okay, so it produces sperms, it has to produce sperms. So the sperms is again N. The sperms is again N. That means it should have 16 chromosomes. So what will be the type of division? If 32 has to be converted to 16, it is meiosis. If 16 has to produce another set of cells which is again 16, then the type of cell division is nothing but mitosis. So here the production of sperms is by mitosis. So by mitosis it produces sperms. It produces sperms which is having 16 chromosomes. If this 16 chromosomes containing sperm fuses with a 16 chromosome containing egg, it results in 2N, that is 32 chromosomes, and this is nothing but a female which is diploid. So as I told, the sex is determined whether the egg is undergoing fertilization or not. If the egg produced as a result of meiosis undergoes fertilization, it results in a female. That means it develops into a queen or a worker bee. Whereas if the egg undergoes development without fertilization, it results in a male, that is a drone. This is the type of sex determination which is seen in honeybees, and this type of sex determination is called as haplodiploid method of sex determination. So dear children, thus we have finished the different types of sex determination which is taking place in different types of organisms. Thank you.